Discomfort is not a sign that something has gone wrong. It's a signal that something sacred is beginning. Every real transformation announces itself quietly at first, through unease, restlessness, and the feeling that the life you're standing in no longer fits the person you're becoming. We've been conditioned to run from that feeling, to numb it, fix it, or silence it as quickly as possible. But what if that instinct is backward? What if discomfort is not the enemy of growth, but its doorway? The nomadic mindset, living with curiosity and courage. Adaptation isn't just about bending when life pushes you. It's about movement, physical, emotional, and intellectual. You learn to carry a nomadic mindset, one that stays curious, open, and ready to move where life calls. The nomadic mindset is not about constant restlessness or running from commitment. It's about refusing to anchor your identity in a single way of thinking, a single environment, or a single approval. It's about asking better questions instead of clinging to outdated answers. It's about trusting courage over certainty, because certainty often disguises fear. But there's a danger here. You've probably already learned it the hard way. Curiosity thrives only in open environments. In secure circles, curiosity is celebrated. In insecure circles, curiosity is seen as rebellion. Courage dies in cages. You can't sustain a nomadic mindset if every time you stretch, someone slaps your hand down. You can't stay courageous if you're punished for daring to think differently. Movement taught you how to adapt, but the deeper question remains: where are you landing? Not every place deserves your presence. Not every circle deserves your energy. The nomadic mindset gave you the wings. Now you must choose the skies worth flying in. Emotional agility, grounding while shifting. Adaptation requires more than movement. It demands emotional agility, the ability to remain grounded while everything around you shifts. You've been through seasons where plans fell apart, where relationships changed, where doors you counted on slammed shut. And yet, you bent without breaking. That's emotional agility. But agility is not just about surviving chaos. That's where many of us stop. We pat ourselves on the back for being resilient, for making it through. But what if the chaos itself was not random? What if it was created by the wrong people, the wrong systems, the wrong circles? Agility isn't just about bending under pressure. It's about recognizing where the pressure comes from and having the wisdom to walk away. Some environments thrive on chaos. They manufacture drama because drama distracts from truth. They destabilize you so you won't notice you've been caged. If you practice agility only as survival, you'll stay stuck in toxic cycles, forever adjusting to dysfunction. True agility means saying, I'm done bending to this chaos. I'm not obligated to keep surviving storms others keep creating. I can walk away. Agility is strength, but discernment gives it direction. The unknown as guide, lessons from discomfort. For most of your life, you were taught to fear the unknown. But somewhere along the way, you stopped treating it as an enemy. You started listening. You realized that the unknown is not emptiness, it's a teacher. When you leaned into uncertainty, it revealed uncomfortable truths. It showed you that many of the environments you tolerated were built on fear. They weren't resisting change because change was dangerous. They resisted change because it exposed their insecurity. The people who fought hardest against your growth weren't protecting you. They were protecting their own control. And suddenly, the unknown didn't feel as terrifying anymore. The unknown gave you clarity. It whispered, they are not afraid of the future. They are afraid of losing you to it. Letting go, surrendering to the journey. Adaptation demanded something even harder than movement, letting go. Not just of places, but of identities, expectations, and attachments. You let go of roles that once defined you but no longer reflected you. You released the approval of people who never truly saw you. You surrendered illusions you once clung to out of fear. Letting go is often misunderstood. People think it's weakness, passivity, or giving up. But surrender is not passive, it's powerful. It's the moment you say, I refuse to adapt to dysfunction any longer. I refuse to keep shrinking to fit cages that were never mine. I refuse to hold on to people who grip me tighter the more I try to grow. If you're recognizing the spaces you've outgrown, the identities that no longer fit, or the quiet discomfort you've been trying to explain, pause for a moment and listen to that signal. To support that space between who you've been and who you're becoming, I created something intentionally gentle but practical. It's a free set of chapter previews paired with guided, action-based reflections. They're designed to help you work with discomfort instead of fighting it. You'll find the link in the description. Motion with meaning, travel as transformation. Movement without meaning is just escape. But when you move with intention, every shift becomes a transformation. You don't just change places, you change perspectives. You don't just enter new landscapes, you discover new landscapes within yourself. Travel, whether across cities, careers, or inner landscapes, has always reflected something deeper inside you. Every step forced you to ask, what do I carry with me? Beliefs that once kept you safe may now keep you small. Relationships that once supported you may now stunt you. Environments that once nurtured you may now starve you. Motion gave you momentum, but momentum without direction becomes aimless wandering. Now the question is, how do you direct it? What deserves to travel with you and what must stay behind? Cultural mirrors, seeing yourself in others. One of the most profound lessons in adaptation comes from cultural mirrors. When you stepped into unfamiliar spaces, you saw yourself in strangers. You noticed your habits, fears, and strengths reflected back in ways you couldn't see at home. Culture taught you that identity is relational. It's shaped by the people around you as much as by the stories inside you. But not every mirror tells the truth. Some mirrors distort. Some circles reflect back only the smallest version of you because that's all they can handle. Others magnify your flaws while ignoring your growth. That's why you must choose your mirrors wisely. The question is no longer just who am I? Who am I becoming in the presence of these people? If your environment only reflects distortion, you'll begin to mistake distortion for truth. Identity in motion, becoming through movement. You didn't stay static. Through movement, you shed layers, you evolved, you expanded. But adaptation brought you to a critical realization. Identity isn't just internal, it's environmental. You can practice self-awareness all day, but if the space around you fears depth, you will start doubting your own. You can cultivate vision, but if your circle mocks ambition, your vision will suffocate. You can long for truth, but if your environment punishes honesty, you'll learn to stay silent. Who you are becoming cannot be separated from where you are becoming it. You cannot become your highest self in a space that fears transformation. Movement gave you freedom. Now you must protect it. I'd love to hear this from you. What moment of discomfort helped you realize it wasn't that you were failing, but that you had outgrown the environment you were in? Share it in the comments. Your reflection might be the permission someone else needs to stop blaming themselves. Listen to their discomfort. Flow across borders, living in rhythm with the world. Adaptation eventually taught you to flow, the ability to live in rhythm with the world, to move with intuition, to align with deeper currents rather than forcing against them. Flow feels natural, expansive, alive. But flow requires alignment. And not every environment allows alignment. Some spaces resist rhythm. They thrive on interruption, on noise, on distraction. Some people cannot move with you, they can only pull you offbeat. And if you're not careful, you'll spend your life dancing to someone else's rhythm while your own music goes unheard. Flow is not just about movement, it's about discernment. You must choose spaces and relationships that move with you, not against you. Designing a life of fulfillment, freedom as practice. Adaptation is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of design. At some point, you stopped reacting to life and started creating. You realize that fulfillment is not stumbled upon, it's built, and building requires intentional design. But design requires freedom, and freedom is not an accident. Freedom is a practice. It's the daily choice to set boundaries, to choose collaborators over critics, to surround yourself with builders rather than blockers. It's the decision to stop pouring into spaces that only drain. You can't build a fulfilling life in a draining space. Freedom is not given, it's practiced, and every practice requires consistency. You don't grow in a vacuum. You don't evolve in isolation. You rise or you shrink based on the spaces you inhabit and the people you allow close. The journey of adaptation has brought you here, to a crossroads where you no longer settle for environments that drain, distort, or diminish. You've moved, you've learned, you've grown. Now it's time to elevate. Remember this: discomfort is not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're waking up. If this video connected with you, I want to invite you to explore my book, The Strength to Adapt: How the Nomadic Mindset Unlocks a Life of Adventure, and its companion workbook. You'll find them linked in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.